Hello, my friends.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
We are at the house today.
We are.
And we wanted to give you a quick kind of walkthrough of our new Ember Overland 201FBQ travel trailer.
Travel trailer, yes, exactly. But first, we have finally chosen a name.
Yes, we have. And thank you all for the suggestions.
Yes.
That was great.
And after much deliberation, we've chosen
Lola.
Lola. And Lola is an acronym for Living Our Lives Adventuring.
Because that's what we want to do, is we want to be on adventures and...
Exactly. So meet Lola.
Meet Lola.
And we're going to give you a walk around and really kind of talk about some of the key reasons that we chose this particular RV over like all the thousands of RVs we've looked at.
Yep.
And just really happy with it. I think you will be too.
Let's go look at it.
Okay, so we do plan on traveling a lot in this camper. And as we're looking at campers, really like an important thing, almost a mandatory thing for us, was having access to everything in the camper when we were in travel mode, right? So if you pull into a rest stop and want to make a sandwich, or you're spending at a Cracker Barrel, yeah, exactly. So no matter where we go, we have access to the bed and to the bathroom and to the refrigerator. And the Ember does a great job of giving us access to everything kind of in that travel mode. One key feature that really set the Ember Overland series apart from any other RVs we looked at was the suspension system. So the Overland series has independent suspension. We happen to have 4 wheels. Some of the smaller units only have 1 wheel on each side. We have 2 wheels on each side. But each wheel has 2 shocks and a spring, all independent. So the wheels can be independent, doing whatever they want to do, just to give the RV a really nice smooth ride. So even if we're going down just like a paved road and you hit a pothole, you just don't even feel it with this RV. And also the RV has kind of a higher riding profile, more ground clearance. So with the independent suspension and the higher ground clearance, we can literally go anywhere. And they do also equip it with pretty aggressive off-road tires. So for us, it's an RV that we're not limited really by anything. We can go wherever we want to go. A key thing we were looking for when looking at an RV was something that was compact and small, not too big. When it comes to RVs, bigger isn't always better. It may be more comfortable, but for what we want to do, it's not always better. So this Ember is only 24 feet, 1 inch long, and 8 feet wide. So it's not a really big RV, but the amount of storage they pack into this thing is really impressive. So there is a front storage compartment like most RVs have. So kind of typical, right? I mean,
this goes all the way through.
It does go all the way through, so not really unique. However, you notice this door opens down instead of up. Most of them open up. And the reason Ember did that is it actually gives you a table. And there's carabiners, so you can unhook it and have it hang all the way down if you want. But this gives you a little work surface and more utility outside the RV. And something really cool that I just think is like super cool is this front box. The left half is propane storage, the right half is a toolbox. And when it came to propane, we were really intentional about the size propane tanks we wanted. So this has 2 20-pound propane tanks, which is pretty common. But we were looking at some RVs that had 2 30-pound propane tanks. And initially you think, hey, 30 pounds times 2 is 60 pounds, that's better. Which it is more propane, but when you run out, you have to get those tanks refilled. So having 2 20-pound tanks that we could just exchange anywhere, it gave us a little less propane, but a whole lot more versatility in terms of how we replenish propane, because we can get these things exchanged, again, literally anywhere.
Yeah, at any Walmart or even Dollar General sometimes have it.
Dollar General. And then a really cool storage compartment is this storage here, which is actually a pass-through storage. And of course, they're all lockable, but a huge storage compartment, and on the other side of that door right there is the inside of the cabin. So our garbage is in there, we can load garbage on that side and take it out on this side.
Yeah, and some people put grills and stuff in there, so it's easy to access from the outside.
Yeah,
too.
it's just amazing storage. So this is a feature that we have never seen on any other RV. So when you're at a campground or out in the BLM land, out in the middle of nowhere, you want to make sure your RV doesn't roll away, right? So you're putting chocks under it and you're double checking it and triple checking it. Well, Ember makes that process a little easier with their Overland series. They actually give you an emergency brake. So this is it. It literally swings in, and then with this handle, a little bit of pressure, and it locks in place. and now that wheel's not going to go anywhere. So each side has an emergency brake, and once the brake is engaged, there's actually a slot where you can drop a lock down through there if you wanted to. So you can actually lock it so that your RV is more secure when you're gone, and no one drives away with your RV. One of the key things that we really needed in an RV, or wanted in an RV, was the ability to go off-grid, right? Go off the beaten path, out in the middle of nowhere, and to do that, you need power. So a really efficient, significant solar package was really important for us. So the Ember Overland series comes standard with two 200-watt solar panels on the roof, no inverter, and no batteries. So we chose to upgrade and use the Max solar package, which takes the 400 watts of solar panels on the roof and bumps it up to 800 watts of solar panels on the roof. It also includes a 3,000 watt inverter that's an auto transfer inverter. So if we're plugged into shore power, it uses shore power. If we unplug from shore power, it uses the inverter to plug or to run the outlets in the RV. And every single outlet in the RV is inverted. So we also have, which is pretty cool, a Red Arc DC to DC charger. So as we're driving down the road, even on a cloudy day, if the solar panels aren't bringing in much juice, we can actually recharge the batteries from our vehicle as we're driving down the road. In terms of batteries, the standard Max solar package comes with one 270 amp hour battery. We chose to upgrade that to two 270 amp hour batteries.
And that's direct. This is all direct from Ember.
Yeah, which is really, we wanted it factory direct, so that we knew it was done right and designed to do what it's designed to do. And so we have 540 amp hours of lithium battery. And if you think about a typical car battery, I'm a visual kind of guy, right? So to put it in visual perspective, a typical car battery that's a lithium battery would be about 100 amp hours of battery storage. So we have almost 6 batteries worth of storage on the RV, which is just amazing. We can go anywhere
and we even ran the microwave off of it.
We did.
And the air conditioning.
The air conditioner, yeah, it does have a soft start air conditioner.
You can't run it for very long.
No,
AC,
yeah. You turn it on, you can watch the meter going. So you get about 6 hours maybe or so of air conditioning.
That's what we're guessing. We haven't tried it that long.
Yeah. But yeah, the solar package on this thing is just incredibly impressive. One thing that we really appreciate is shade. And
especially in Florida, gotta have the shade.
And so this, the awning on this RV really goes from front to back. It is motorized, which makes life easy. We should have put this awning out earlier. Shot this video in the shade. But it really pretty much covers the entire length of the RV, which is really nice. So over the years, as we were looking at RVs, we went back and forth about whether we should get a slide or not. It's kind of like watching a tennis match. Slide, no slide, slide. And we ended up with a slide. So our 201FBQ has a small slide that houses the couch, the sofa inside of it. So it's not a big slide. And we researched cable slide mechanisms and saw that cables were a really reliable mechanism for a slide. Maybe not the most reliable, but up towards the top in terms of reliability. So small slide, cable driven, we felt comfortable with. And when we talked to Ember, we actually messaged back and forth before we bought the RV, and Ember confirmed that when that slide is in, we can sit on that couch.
Yeah, and a lot of manufacturers, you're not supposed to use that. You're not supposed to use the slide when it's in because it's not supported.
Exactly. So knowing that Ember, got back to us personally before we bought the RV and said that no problem, we can sit on the couch when the slide is in, gave us a lot of confidence that we were really making the right decision in terms of the RV and the slide mechanism. It all just felt right. The Ember Overland series also does come with solid steps. Which aren't a necessity, but man, they make life nice.
I was gonna say, it wasn't a deal breaker, but it was a really nice feature to have.
Yep, and all these, there's 2 legs, both independently adjustable. So if you're on rocky terrain, you can adjust each leg to hit the ground. And it does fold up right into the RV and locks in place. So yeah, it just makes a much better experience for getting in and out of the RV. Ember did a great job when it comes to not cutting corners and giving you a smaller spare tire or a lower quality spare tire. They actually give you a full-size spare tire on the back of the RV, so it's easily accessible and it matches the tires on the RV. So God forbid something goes wrong, you can get access to it really easily, and it's the right tire. There is no rear bumper, but they do give you a 300-pound rated accessory hitch. So bike rack, storage rack, it's rated for 300 pounds, it's welded to the frame. And you may be thinking, well, there's no bumper, so where do you store the hose for your stinky slinky, they call it. So when you go to the dump station, you can get and empty your tanks. Underneath the RV, there actually is a dedicated storage for your sewer hose. So again, just another little detail they've thought of because there is no rear bumper. Welcome to the inside of Lola. As we mentioned earlier, it's not a big RV, but it's just the right size for Amy and me and Skylar.
Our dog, Skylar.
Our dog, yes. So the slide is out right now, and there's that couch that we can sit on, whether the slide is in or out. But for a small RV, we mentioned storage outside. Thought we'd give you a quick view of the storage inside because it's crazy stupid. So there's actually two of these. I guess pantries would be the word you would use. And we're still trying to figure out exactly how we're going to configure them so they're the most efficient methods for storage. And back of the couch, which we often forget about, there's also two storage cupboards in back of the couch, which are just enormous. And you know, we plan on traveling for months at a time, so storage is a good thing. Your typical kind of, you know, wardrobe on both sides and above the bed, and then just here's your inside.
That's the one that went out.
Yeah,
the outside.
The pass through. By the way, we're saving the best for last, so we're luring you in. Lots of kitchen storage. You know, just it's amazing how much space is on here. But the coolest thing, Ember's really innovative, right? As we looked at the RV, we just saw all these little things that we wouldn't have thought of, and the fact that they thought of them was pretty cool. So here's your TV. Your TV actually swings out, so you can watch it from the bed if you want, or you can watch it from the couch. But behind the TV, guess what you have? You've got storage. And so there's a bar up here, and we've used it a couple times. We left our jackets in here, so you literally have a closet behind your TV. Or if you don't want a closet, they have this shelf which is connected or attached with a really strong magnet, and you can have a shelf so you can store like your Instant Pot or some larger items
big,
up there.
Yeah.
But this
with that down, it's still the TV still slides.
Yeah.
Or
closes.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the fact that they're using this space behind the TV is just really innovative, and it's a perfect place. We had like 6 jackets hung up here on a recent trip, so just really impressed with kind of the innovation they have.
Oh, we forgot one more around the corner.
Oh, actually, 2 more.
2 more.
So around the corner, right, there's this corner, like, what are we gonna do with that? And they said, let's make it storage. So they have these corner-shaped, you know, triangle-shaped storage, which we found these little baskets, these little, you know, kind of bins that fit in there just perfect. So
last time we used that for laundry.
Yeah, it was a perfect little laundry basket. And last but not least is next to the refrigerator, they have additional storage. So there's 4 shelves, and you can leave them at shelves and put stuff in there, or you can literally, there's that magnet again.
And all of there's 1, 2, 4 of those shelves, and you can flip that up for all of them, and you could put like
your broom
or something tall.
Maybe even a fishing pole.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I just thought about that.
Here, show me the fridge while you're there too.
All right, so the fridge is a 12-volt fridge. It's like 10.5 cubic feet, and we wanted a 12-volt fridge versus a 3-way fridge. Difference being the 3-way can use propane, it can use power, or DC or AC. So, but 12 volts is always powered from the batteries, and it cools down incredibly quick because it's 12 volt, and it's a really good size refrigerator. So,
and a freezer.
Fridge and freezer. Oop. I don't think we need more space than that.
No, and there's another drawer underneath it too. Underneath.
Oh, like for storage?
Storage, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a big, tall one, so it's good for pots and pans.
Pots and pans. We actually have Skylar's leash in there right now. One of the really, really cool cool and unique features about the Ember Overland series is the windows. So the windows are what they call European style windows. And they're acrylic, they're dual pane, so they're really efficient. So heat and cold transferring through it, it helps with that. And there's multiple latches. And then there's these hinges on both sides. And as you open it up, you'll hear a click.
And you can stop it at each one of those clicks.
Each one of those
depending
clicks.
on how much you want it open.
So you can literally open this thing up to almost 90 degrees. So,
I can feel the air coming through there already.
It is comfortable. So, typical window in an RV, like the bottom part might tilt out, and you get a little bit of airflow. With the Ember, we have windows on both sides, so we can open up both windows like this, and the air cross breeze just comes through and cools the whole unit down. And you're thinking, well, yeah, it's great that it opens up, but what do you do about bugs? They have a really innovative track system for both their screen for bugs and for privacy. So the system on this, around the window has a bug screen.
Comes from the top.
It comes down from the top. So we can be anywhere we want to at night and pull that bug screen down and open these windows and have that cross breeze. Or if you don't need a bug screen, they have a privacy shade that pulls up from the bottom, and on the outside of the privacy shade, it's actually covered with kind of a foil material to reflect light and heat. So that helps keep the RV cool. And the neat thing is you can have any combination of the two. So if you want it to be half bug screen, half privacy, you can do that. So just imagine sleeping at night. The privacy shade is on the bottom intentionally so that as we're sleeping, you can't look into the RV and see us, but we can leave it cracked and no bugs come in, but we have airflow. It's really unique, and for us was like a selling point. So we just showed you the window on the side of the camper, but guess what? Look up, we got a skylight, and that skylight has the exact same features as the other windows. So you can open it up and it has the same privacy and bug net. So out in the middle of nowhere, beautiful night, leave it open, look at the stars.
It really lets in a lot of light just during the day.
Yeah, and for, again, a small RV, having this many windows, this is the word I was looking for, this many windows, and that skylight just opens up the entire space and makes it so bright.
And there's another one over here too. So there's that, and then there's one behind in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of windows.
Open this thing up and the air just flows through here. When it comes to appliances, Ember didn't spare any expense. They're using Furrion brand appliances throughout the RV. So the refrigerator we showed you, there is a 2-burner propane stove, and it's really unique in that the orientation, instead of being side by side, is front and back, which gives us some more counter space. But the cool thing is I've got the propane turned off, but as soon as I turn one of these knobs on, it does auto ignite, but the propane's off, so it didn't ignite. But if this is turned on, that glows red. And that glows red just to let you know, hey, by the way, you could have propane entering into your RV and you don't know it because the flame's not on. So really cool kind of a safety feature they built into this particular stovetop. From a microwave perspective, it's also Furrion, and it is a microwave, and it's an air fryer, and it's convection.
Yeah, because there is no oven in here, so you can use the microwave as an oven.
Yeah, and we mentioned it earlier, but it does work off of the solar battery power. So we heated up some mac and cheese on a recent trip in the microwave, and we weren't connected to shore power at all. One thing we didn't touch on when it came to storage was the underbed storage. So there is some modest underbed storage. It's only about 6 inches deep, and the reason that it's so shallow is underneath that storage area is where they keep the batteries, the lithium batteries. Lithium batteries do not like to be cold. Ours happen to be heated anyway, but keeping them inside the coach makes sure that they're nice and warm. So, and we happen to store our table under there that fastens to the front of the couch. We mentioned the table, and you may be saying, well, what does that table look like?
And where does it fit?
Where does it fit? So it's 2 pieces. It slides into a bracket on the front. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And the table itself just slides onto that bracket as well. And that is it. So super easy, no poles you have to deal with and that kind of stuff. And when you're sitting on the couch, it really is about the perfect size. So Amy and I can eat our meals, we can watch TV, could do some work, hopefully not. But yeah, it's a great table, and it stores away, so when we don't need it, we don't have to have it.
It also works as a nice extra counter space when we're cooking.
That's a great point.
We found that we needed just a little bit of extra counter space, or we would have liked it.
Yes.
And so that is a good kind of overflow.
Yeah, prep space. All right, so we had to have a bathroom. And
yes, we had to have a bathroom. That was a criteria, actually.
I'm getting old, you know. And so anyway, the Ember has the bathroom in the corner, which, considering the size of this RV, only 24 feet long, it's a really spacious bathroom. And we wanted a shower that didn't have a shower curtain, because shower curtains tend to like come outside of the shower area. Next thing you know, you have water on the floor. So Ember has a nice, you know, kind of glass door that does have a latch, so you can latch it when you're in travel mode. And plenty of space in there. And a really cool feature that Ember has, at least in their Overland series, is this thing called a shower miser, which is that little valve right there. It's blue right now. And what that does is there's a valve here. And when you turn that valve down and you turn the water on, it recirculates the water until it gets hot. So you're not wasting water while your water's getting hot. It's not going down into your, not consuming fresh water into your gray water. And when it does get hot, that little blue section turns white. So you turn your water on, you turn your hot water on with the shower miser on, and when that's hot, it's white. You flip it up and you take a nice hot shower, and you haven't wasted a bunch of water waiting for it to get hot.
Which is a great, great feature. We haven't used it yet.
But haven't used it yet. we do shower.
Yes. We just haven't in the camper yet.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that about covers it.
I think so. Hope you enjoyed the tour of Lola.
Yes.
We really love this camper, this travel trailer. High quality and all those key features that we talked about. It is the right RV for us.
It really checked majority of the boxes. They say you can't get a camper that has everything you want, but I think we might have. Pretty close.
Pretty darn close. Hot tub would have been nice. But,
so if you would please like, comment, and subscribe.
Bloop, bloop.
That way you can watch all of our adventures with Lola.
I like that.
Right? Adventures with Lola.
Nice, very nice.
So we will catch you guys all on our next adventure, and have a glorious day.
Take care, guys.